gluten-free cookies. Today I'm going to show you a recipe of gluten-free cookies from scratch. You can find this in our cookbook on page 274. And these cookies turned out amazing, nice, fluffy, and delicious. And here's the recipe. Let's go. First thing you're going to want to do is you're going to want to collect all your dry ingredients, and we first start off with 1-to-1 baking flour by Bob's Red Mill, and you are going to have 2 1/4 cups of the gluten-free flour. You're then going to grab some xanthan gum, and you're going to use half a teaspoon of xanthan gum. And then you're going to grab a teaspoon of baking powder. And then you're going to grab a teaspoon of pink salt. And once you have all these ingredients together, you're just going to mix this all together. This is your dry ingredients, and then you're going to set it aside. Next thing you're going to grab is you are going to grab 2 ounces of cream cheese, and then you're going to put it right into your mixing bowl. And then you're going to grab 3/4 cups of unsalted butter, and you're going to place this in your mixing bowl too. Now I do cream these together and mix them in really good before I add the sugar. And for sugar I use 1 cup of brown sugar and place that right in your mixing bowl. Then I grabbed half a cup of white sugar and place it in the mixing bowl. Now this is the most important part of making cookies, is that you do want to cream the fats and the sugar together well before adding any other ingredients like your wet ingredients and your dry ingredients. For wet ingredients, you do have to grab 2 eggs and half a tablespoon of vanilla extract. And then you will mix them on medium to low speed to incorporate the sugar, fat, and the eggs and vanilla together. And because these are chocolate chip cookies, I did use 2 cups of semi-sweet chocolate, but I did use baker's chocolate so I could control the size of chocolate, and I cut half of it very fine, and then I cut the other half coarse so that the chips melt and you still have solid chunks inside the cookie. You can grab your dry ingredients. Now you're going to turn this on medium speed and add the dry ingredients, your flour, baking powder, and xanthan gum, and a little bit of salt, and you're going to mix this in till it looks to a doughy consistency. And then you can add your chocolate chips. This is me just scraping down all the ingredients to make sure they're all mixed in good to the batter. And this is the batter consistency that you do want to look for. Now once you have your batter made, you're going to get your tray ready. You line it with parchment paper. I did use a spoon to scoop the first ones in, and it's about 2 ounces of cookie dough. Important thing when you are baking them is you just want to keep them separated far enough so that if they do expand, they will not touch each other. Now you do preheat the oven to 325, but you must turn it down to 300 and bake for 15 to 18 minutes. And this is what the cookies look like when they're done. Let them cool by setting them on a plate. And then if you have more batter, just repeat the process. Now in this process, I did flatten out the cookies so that they were larger than the ones before, but still took 15 to 18 minutes cooking them. If you do like the doughy inside of the cookie, you're just gonna have to pull them out earlier than 15 minutes. But remember, they will continue to cook on the pan because the pan is hot. And that is gluten-free chocolate chip cookies from scratch from the cookbook on page 274, and enjoy. And don't forget to grab yourself a copy of Dr. Wallach's Cooking Without the Bad Foods. It is a traditional cookbook that has been rewritten without the bad foods, especially gluten and no oil. It is 300 pages jammed with recipes and a great textbook to follow. And don't forget to check us out on Notice Foods on Instagram, where we have tons of content. You can ask us any questions and we will get back to you as soon as we can. Thank you.